A Christian priest sees a Jewish boy walking by, calls him over, and asks him, "Tell me, your Torah says that you must follow the majority, right?" "Yes," the boy replies. "In your Talmud and in your Jewish courts during deliberations, the ruling is always made in accordance with the majority, right?" "Of course." "Aha," continues the priest. "So, according to your Torah, you Jews must all convert to Christianity because you are a minority and we are the majority. You must follow us." The boy replies, "We must follow the majority only if there is a question that needs to be answered. If we are not sure of something, in matters in which we have no doubts, we don't have to listen to the majority." Is the majority always right? 4,000 years ago, in most cultures on the globe, cannibalism was the norm. If a vote had been held on whether it's permissible to eat people, cannibalism would be legalized by a majority vote. For thousands of years, slavery was the norm around the world. If they would vote, they would make it into a law. So, was the majority right? You will say, well, these were ancient primitive people. We are modern, educated, progressive. I understand that you consider yourself educated and progressive. But those who were eating their neighbors for dinner also considered themselves modern, educated, and progressive then, just like you do now. Had it been put to vote, the extermination of Jews would be totally legalized by a majority of Germans before World War II. Today, most members of the UN oppose Israel's right to exist. So is the majority always right? One thing is always clear from our history: the majority is almost always wrong. If I were told that the majority of humanity agrees with some idea, I would not even know what this idea is, but immediately understand that the statistical probability of this idea being moral and correct is very small. So why does the Torah say that we have to follow the majority? Well, if there's a group of people who, first of all, base their thinking on the same principles, and second of all, are proficient in these principles, then the majority of them will make decisions that are correct based on these principles. If rabbis discuss a law, they, first of all, rely exclusively on the ideas of the Torah, and second of all, they are experts in these ideas. The position of the majority of these rabbis will be correct according to the Torah. If the same issue is raised in a group of people with other ideologies, or Jews who are not proficient in the Torah law, then their majority will no longer make a ruling which is good according to the Torah. The majority of people in the world follow ideologies which are wrong according to the Torah. Their majority will not have correct opinions according to Judaism. So if that's the case, should countries have democratic forms of government? In democracy, the majority is deciding all the laws. And the majority, as it turns out, is almost always wrong. This is why John Adams, one of the founders of the US, wrote that democracy is suitable only for a religious and moral society. The majority that decide what's right and what's wrong must rely exclusively on Judeo-Christian values. John Adams went on to say that democracy is wholly not suitable for any other society. For the same reason, Thomas Jefferson wrote that without religion, this country would turn into hell. So is the majority right? Judaism insists that it is right only if it bases its thoughts solely on the Torah principles.